Welcome, Seeker. Today we begin a journey into one of the deepest works of Indian philosophy, the Brahma Sutras. This text is composed of 555 aphorisms, arranged in 4 chapters, all pointing to one ultimate truth. The Brahma Sutras are not only philosophy, they are a guide for realizing Brahman, the infinite reality behind the universe. Composed by the sage Badarayana, they condense the teachings of the Upanishads, resolve contradictions, and open the way to liberation. The 4 chapters follow a clear path. The first is Samanvaya, the principle of harmony. It shows that the Upanishads, though diverse in expression, all point to one truth: Brahman, the source and the end of the universe. The second is Avirodha, non-contradiction. It examines and refutes opposing views, establishing that Brahman, and not matter or emptiness, is the intelligent cause of the cosmos. The third is Sadhana, the means. It sets forth the path of listening, reflection, meditation, and discipline through which realization is attained. The fourth is Phala, the fruit, describing liberation as freedom from rebirth, peace in life, and bliss beyond. The very first sutra begins with a call. Now, therefore, the desire to know Brahman. This desire marks the beginning of the highest inquiry. Chapter 1, Samanvaya, expands on that inquiry. What is Brahman? The sutras declare that Brahman is that from which the universe is born, in which it rests, and into which it dissolves, not chance, not blind matter, but a limitless and intelligent reality. Yet the Upanishads often speak in different voices. Some exalt prana, the vital breath. Others emphasize the elements of earth, water, fire, air, and space. Some highlight the individual soul. Taken alone, each of these falls short, but seen together, they find resolution in Brahman, the one reality that includes and transcends them all. This is the harmony of the scriptures: many statements, yet not contradiction; many rivers, but one ocean; many names, but one essence. The melodies of the Upanishads converge into a single truth: Brahman, the supreme reality. Without this harmony, the seeker sees only confusion. With it, vision becomes clear. The scriptures form one whole, and the path of meditation and realization opens. The call remains. Now, therefore, the desire to know Brahman. Chapter 2, Avirodha, builds on this foundation. It is the chapter of non-contradiction. The Brahma Sutras guide us to see that true knowledge of Brahman never conflicts with reason or scripture. Avirodha addresses doubts and objections arising from other philosophies and examines rival schools of thought to reveal their limitations. Sankhya claims the universe evolves from eternal matter, prakriti, and that consciousness is separate. The sutras show that matter alone cannot produce intelligence or order. Without a conscious cause, creation, sustenance, and dissolution remain unexplained. Nyaya and Vaisesika focus on logic, categories, and individual atoms. Though precise in reasoning, they treat the universe as a mechanical system. The Brahma Sutras demonstrate that such systems cannot account for intelligence, purpose, or unity behind creation. Buddhism emphasizes impermanence and denies a permanent self or ultimate reality. Without foundational consciousness, the continuity of experience and moral law becomes unintelligible. Jainism proposes many separate souls and a pluralistic cosmos. Multiplicity alone cannot explain the harmony and singular origin of existence. Finally, materialism, or Carvaka philosophy, claims that only matter exists. But materialism cannot account for consciousness, moral order, or the apparent design of the cosmos. In each case, Avirodha shows that while partial truths may exist, only Brahman, infinite, conscious, and unified, fully explains the origin, purpose, and harmony of everything. This is the essence of non-contradiction. Scripture and reason converge on one ultimate reality. Avirodha teaches the seeker to reconcile reason and revelation. The scriptures may use many expressions, yet they never contradict true knowledge. Understanding Brahman requires seeing unity where differences appear. Chapter 2 strengthens the foundation for inquiry. It clears and balances the mind, preparing the seeker to pursue realization with clarity. Chapter 3, Sadhana, guides the seeker on the practical path to realization. After understanding harmony and resolving doubts, the seeker learns how to approach the supreme reality. Sadhana begins with Shravana, hearing the teachings of the Upanishads from a qualified teacher. Next comes Manana, reflection, contemplating the meaning deeply, questioning and reasoning. Finally, Nididhyasana, meditation allowing the knowledge to settle in the heart, dissolving ignorance and revealing the self. The sutras emphasize the importance of purity, self-discipline, and devotion. A calm mind, ethical conduct, and detachment from worldly distractions are essential for true realization. Sadhana also describes the tools of knowledge, discrimination between the real and the unreal, detachment from transient pleasures, and constant remembrance of Brahman as the ultimate truth. Through these practices, the seeker attains direct knowledge, not merely intellectual understanding. The mind becomes steady, the heart clear, and the soul aligned with the infinite. Sadhana reminds us that liberation is not granted by ritual or external action alone. It comes from persistent inquiry, reflection, and meditative realization of Brahman within. Chapter 4, Phala, describes the fruit of this journey. The result of realizing Brahman is liberation, freedom from rebirth, peace in life, and bliss beyond. The ultimate reward of the path is the full realization of the self, the experience of unity with the infinite. The Brahma Sutras conclude the highest teaching with clarity. True knowledge arises through harmony, reasoning, disciplined practice, and meditative insight. The seeker who follows this path discovers the ultimate reality, Brahman, and attains liberation. The call echoes still. Now, therefore, the desire to know Brahman. This is the beginning, the path, and the goal. The journey through the Brahma Sutras invites the seeker to study the Upanishads as a harmonious whole, to reconcile reason and scripture, and to engage in disciplined practice and meditation. From understanding the unity behind the apparent diversity of the scriptures, to resolving doubts and seeing non-contradiction, and from applying practical steps of sadhana to experiencing the fruit of liberation in Phala, each chapter provides a guide for realization. By following this path, the seeker experiences clarity, balance, and the steady knowledge of Brahman. Liberation arises not as a distant promise, but as the natural result of inquiry, reflection, and meditative insight. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Brahma Sutras. These teachings remind us that philosophy is not abstract theory, but a living path to truth and freedom. If this exploration spoke to you, I invite you to subscribe and stay tuned. We'll continue diving deeper into the timeless wisdom of the Upanishads and beyond. Until next time, may the desire to know Brahman guide your path.